That's what I get
Serves
for.
you right.
That's what I get. That's what I get for talking shit. Yeah.
Welcome to Mario Kart!
The Mario Kart series has made a name for itself by not taking itself too seriously. It's a wacky, pick-up-and-play type of racing game that doesn't have to play by the rules of your Gran Turismos and Forzas. Part of the reason the game is so popular and has spawned so many imitators is because of its clever item system. Instead of just racing against 7 other racers, you get to pick up weapons along the track to help you take out opponents and claim victory. The item system has always divided the Mario Kart community, mostly because it's not as balanced as it should be, but personally, I love the item system. Sure, we could maybe not make some of the more overpowered items as common, or just make it so that every racer, no matter the place, has just as good a chance of getting the good items as those in the back of the pack, but regardless, the series would not be the same without the items. And throughout the series, there has been a bunch of them. Some seem to stick around forever, and some only last 1 or 2 games. But which are the best of the best? Which are the items I love seeing show up in that little box time and time again? Well, let's find out. These are my picks for the top 5 best Mario Kart items. The Banana Bunch. I feel bad for the banana peel. It's been around since day 1, but everybody seems to just scuff at it. Mostly because it's all you get when you're in first place, and top players just get sick of it. I can see where they're coming from. While I don't hate the banana peel, it's nowhere near my favorite. That is, unless you give me 3 or more of them. Yes, number 5 on my list is the Banana Bunch. The Banana Bunch is, in my opinion, the best defensive item you can have in the Mario Kart series. Being able to keep a trail of bananas behind you to protect yourself from incoming shells is a great feeling, especially when you're in first. It gives you 3 times the security. 5 times if you're playing Mario Kart 64. I also love when people get too close and spin out on all the bananas hanging off your cart. Morons. And if you get really desperate, you can always turn them into projectiles, and let's be real here, is there any feeling more satisfying in Mario Kart than actually getting an opponent with a banana peel you threw? The Super Leaf. Over the last few years, Nintendo has been feeling really nostalgic about the Super Leaf and the Tanuki suit and tail from Super Mario Bros. 3. It keeps showing up all over the place. It was great to see it in Super Mario 3D Land, but I think it truly left its mark in Mario Kart 7. The Super Leaf is that rare item that's great offensively and defensively. You can use the Tanuki tail it spawns to smash items coming at you, or even banana peels littered on the track, or you can go saggy Tanuki balls out and just mash the button and ram opponents to their doom. It's a lot of fun, and I love hearing the little sound effect from Super Mario Bros. 3 every time you swipe your tail. It's a shame it's been removed from Mario Kart 8 because I thought it was the best new item introduced in the series in a long time. I mean, sure, it can be kind of annoying that it's the only item you can hold when you have it, but I mean, that's the way Mario Kart 8 is now. Every item is like that, so I don't see why they couldn't have brought it back. Oh well, I'll always remember you for what you were, Super Leaf. Just an all-around fun and useful item. Bowser's Shell. Of all the special items in Mario Kart Double Dash, Bowser's Shell is my favorite. While it might functionally just be a green shell, the fact that it's about 10 times larger makes it much more of a hazard. Tossing that baby in tight places like Baby Park or the corridors of Bowser's Castle is so satisfying. Just watching this monstrosity take everyone out in a single blow, ugh, it's bliss. I even love when it stops spinning and just sits in the track like a big giant roadblock. I'm sure the developers feel the series has too many shell items as it is, but if you're ever feeling nostalgic for Double Dash, I'd love to see this beast make a comeback. Red Shell. The red shell is probably the most cliched and obvious choice for this list, but let's face it, it's for good reason. The red shell is the Mario Kart item. It's what you think of when you think of Mario Kart. Being able to target onto whichever opponent is in front of you is a rarity with a lot of Mario Kart items, so it's always a godsend when you see this bad boy. It's even better when you get 3 of them because, at that point, you're unstoppable. No one can hit you because you have 3 circling shields, and if anybody passes you, they'll get a red shell right in the rear. The best is when you get the 3 shells and end up in first place, because nobody wants to deal with that. Nobody wants to fight the guy in first place with the triple red shells. It's basically a death wish. Unless it's Mario Kart 64 where the shells sometimes just run right into walls. Useless. The red shell is a gratifying, satisfying Mario Kart item and probably the most iconic in the series. But still, there's one item I like using just a bit more. When it comes to the Mario Kart series, to me, there's no item better than the Lightning Bolt. The Lightning Bolt gives you ultimate power. It's the only item that allows you to hit every other racer on the course, and there's no way they can avoid it without having a star or falling in a pit. Sure, the POW block in Mario Kart Wii tried to emulate its awesomeness, but you could avoid that if you timed it right. The Lightning Bolt is immortal. A force so powerful, you have no choice but to sit and take it. It's even better when you get to squish the shrunken racers in your path, allowing you to close the gap and gain even more ground in the match. My favorite thing to do with the Lightning Bolt is use it just before the other racers jump the gap in Wario Stadium in Mario Kart 64. Time it right and they'll fall to the track below, drastically losing time and their place in the race. It's so satisfying. It might be a pain when you get hit, but when you have the Lightning Bolt in hand, there's nothing sweeter. And that's why it's my favorite item in the whole series.
So those are my picks for the best items in the Mario Kart series. Now, I'm sure some of you are wondering why the infamous spiny blue shell didn't make the list, and well, there's a really simple reason for that. See...
Hey, thanks for watching another one of my Mario Kart videos. Now, if you missed the last one, you can click the link down there. It's the worst Mario Kart characters. Feel free to argue with me about Metal Mario and Dry Bowser, I guess. You can also check out our Final Fantasy VII Let's Play. It's not getting as many views as I wish it was getting because Ricky has been putting a lot of time and effort into that video. All of those videos, actually. And they're really good, they're really funny, and we get like 300 views on each one. That's a travesty. I put my Mario Kart videos together in like 10 minutes, and they get like 5,000 views. Stop it. Go watch those other videos. If you haven't already, you should also subscribe. You could check us out on Facebook and Twitter and our forums and all that good stuff if you want to hang out with us there. And also check out our t-shirt shop and our sticker store where you can buy merchandise even though you probably won't. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.